I'm about to explore a perplexing plot hole in Frozen 2 that calls into question King Agnar's true character. Hello, family members. Welcome to the Fangirl. I'm McGann, and I swear I love Disney movies a lot more than these videos make it seem. But here's what happened. My daughter Kyrie noticed a funny little detail about Frozen 2, and we're driving to Scouts BSA, and she looks over and goes, "Hey Mom, how come when King Agnar's father dies, he immediately goes back to Arendelle as a king, even though he's definitely a young teenager, but Elsa had to wait 3 years to come of age before she could be Queen of Arendelle?" And I'm driving going, hey! And Kyrie's over there like a little GLaDOS going, yeah! Seriously, Disney, how could you miss this issue? And I know there are those of you out there rolling your eyes and going, oh my god, another feminazi going on about equality. Ugh. Well, you know, if we stopped having these major hurdles shoved in our faces saying that women are definitely not equal to men, I would be glad to shut up about how we need more Moanas and less Cinderellas in the world. Or even worse, Mulans who didn't want the guy, but he followed her home anyways. But that is just not the world that Disney has given us yet. However, I take my job as a Disney theorist very seriously, so it is my sworn duty to figure out why Agnar became a teenage king, but Elsa had to wait until she was 21 to be the queen. And this issue actually continues at the end of Frozen 2 when Anna becomes queen, because they directly state that it's been 6 years since their parents died, and Anna is 18 on coronation day, which is 3 years later, so another 3 years going by makes Anna 19, 20, 21 at the time of her own coronation for Arendelle. So how is this 21-year-old age barrier so crucial to Arendelle society, yet it is completely disregarded for Agnar? Really, that's a very telling issue because it means that Agnar is the one that created that law, or he at least agreed enough with it to sign off on it. As far as we know, Arendelle isn't run by a parliament, so whatever the king says goes. And that makes us have to question, why would Agnar make that law? Was it because being a teenage king was so difficult for Agnar that he wanted to spare Elsa that same hardship? Or was this a retaliation set in place because Elsa had powers? Even after Frozen 2, we still don't know a ton about Agnar, and who knows, maybe the Blu-ray will have a ton of deleted scenes that will change my opinions of him. And hey, I'll even give him a little bit of credit and say that the law about the age isn't because of Elsa's gender. Like, I had no male sons, so now we must change this so we don't get an emotional teenage woman on the throne. If Agnar really felt that way, he could have passed some law that said women can't rule in Arendelle. But he didn't, so we'll say that Agnar was a pretty progressive guy for his day and age. A likable guy even. However, he was also a man that was utterly terrified of his daughter. So much so that he had special shackles made for their dungeon. Joke would have really been on him though, because I don't think those little cuff muffs would have really kept Elsa suppressed at all. And Agnar was a man who was raised with a father that saw magic users as an abomination. We have no idea how much that could have shaped Agnar's mind growing up. Alright, I know my last theory I was talking about Iduna also had powers and they were pretty top tier powers at that, and that would make you think that Agnar doesn't have an issue with magic, right? Not true. If you pay close attention to the clues in Frozen 2, Iduna saves Agnar with magic, but Agnar's unconscious, so he has no idea what just happened. And the flashback with the couple imply that Iduna never brought up magic to Agnar until Elsa was born with powers, and she's like, guilty. And sure, Agnar didn't divorce his wife and he seemed to genuinely love her, but she's also a reformed magic user who has no interest in having any kind of connection to powers. Iduna was the magical equivalent of converting to a different religion, in fact, Agnar's religion, the one he was raised with that stated powers were bad and dangerous and they must be stopped or fixed. Now I'm sure some of you are screaming at your computer screens, Agnar went to the Northern Forest and he liked magic after that, so he's nothing like his father! But that's the funny thing about getting older. We say we won't be anything like our parents when we're young, but then we're all adults walking around the house going, who left all these lights on? Guilty. How your parents acted can be so ingrained in your head that it becomes your default mode when you don't know what else to do. So after being in an enchanted forest where the spirits go bonkers and try to destroy everything, mind you, an event where you barely barely escaped with your own life. Would you have particularly positive feelings towards magic users after that? I wouldn't, and the fact that Iduna hid her past from Agnar says that he wouldn't have either. He tried to deal with it because he truly loved Elsa, but if you notice, the more powerful Elsa became, the less tolerant Agnar was. He believed he could stifle the magic, control it, keep it internalized in Elsa at all costs. But where Agnar's father was likely to just kill Elsa to stop her magic powers, Agnar was willing to kill Elsa's soul by locking her up in a space smaller than Rapunzel's tower. Elsa had one room for over a decade and she wasn't allowed to come out because little girl wasn't behaving correctly. We like to think in society that death is the worst thing that can happen to somebody, so murder would be the worst action to Elsa. But I'm not sure being emotionally tortured and shamed for every day of your life growing up is a better option. Definitely not a kinder path. Yes, Agnar kept his daughter alive, but he never trusted Elsa or her judgment. And to prove that, he made sure that she couldn't lead until she was 21. And in Agnar's mind, I'm positive that he thought by 21 she'll be able to emotionally mature and keep her powers suppressed forever. But just like any other differently abled person, you can't just pretend to be normal and suddenly become normal. That's not how it works. It might not be reality, but theories are so infuriating. I know people want this, and I don't have the song memorized, but I'll try a little singy derps for you guys, because you guys keep requesting it in the comments. Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Oh my gosh, that takes so much oxygen. Okay, take two. Hold on. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Almost. I don't have the diaphragm for that. I don't stage sing. Into the unknown. I feel like that one all over the place. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Something like that. I couldn't land that last end. Ugh! I wanted to hit that last end really hard. No. I was like, oxygen left my mouth. No sound. I'm super attractive doing this, I'm sure. Probably like this. No. I don't know what's wrong with me. But there are the derps you wanted. Are you guys happy? Did you get what you needed? Are you satisfied with your surface? Okay, I think that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching this far, even though it's so stupid and random and embarrassing, and we'll see you next time, family members. He tried to deal with it because he truly did love. I choked on the word love. What just happened? I'm finally becoming that age. Love. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that? Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share one or two on social media, help spread the word. episode. People who watch to the end of videos like you helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members.